You take the blue pill. The story ends. You wake up in your bed and believe whatever you want to believe. You take the red pill. You stay in Wonderland. And I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes. Remember, all I'm offering is the truth, nothing more.
I'm going to talk about Sneako today. You know, the avatar of the Red Pill community, the speaker of truth, the all-telling prophet, you know, the greatest man to ever exist. Enough of that. Sneako the Clown has convinced many a young man on the internet that he's some kind of hidden truth speaker and that his opinions are so controversial and so true that the internet is banding together to get him canceled so he can't speak his truth, you know.
Your answer is that it makes it hard for me to breathe because it makes it so oxygen and carbon dioxide can't pass through effectively, but it doesn't block larger molecules like bacteria and viruses.
He's getting shut down because of his controversial truth.
Okay, so you don't wear seatbelts either. Do you think seatbelts make you safer when you drive?
You can get into a head-on collision, and if you have a seatbelt on, then you can get trapped in the car and the car can catch on fire. But sometimes if you're not wearing a seatbelt, there's instances where people have literally flown out the windshield because they weren't wearing a seatbelt and they survived.
Well, really, he's just a false prophet. I hope you're ready to write more in the scripture because I'm gonna kill a prophet. Sneako often talks about this reference. It's a Matrix reference. You know, you're talking either taking the blue pill, you know, living in the fantasy world, living in the Matrix, or the red pill. Escaping the Matrix, seeing the truth. But to me, Sneako hasn't taken the red pill. He actually has taken the blue pill. The blue pill fed to him from the red pill community. And from that, Sneako's manufactured his own blue pill that he's feeding to his own audience. His whole audience has taken the blue pill without them even knowing. They think they're taking this mirage of the red pill when really, Sneako is feeding his whole audience the blue pill. And they're just brainlessly following anything he says. I hope you're opening your eyes now. If you are a viewer of Sneako, you're the fool, believing in every single thing he says. He has this army of children to about, I don't know, up to his own age and older maybe. He's making you spout whatever shit he says. He claims to have opened his third eye. He speaks to people in the world. He's been outside when he's preaching to people that never step outside in the first place. And it's just kind of crazy because as much as Sneako talks about leaving the Matrix and how this whole world is the Matrix and that you need to follow everything he says, you know, take the red pill, all this, all that. He doesn't have a problem in participating in the Matrix if it's benefiting him in some way. Because that's just how all these red pill dudes seem to operate. They seem to preach against a system, but they'll have no problem partaking in said system if it's benefiting them in some way. And Sneako is no different. You know, Sneako complains about how the Matrix is set up to make you fail and how, you know, XYZ, that it's bad, but often when he's confronted to change it, he really doesn't have any ideas to change it. He just says pretty much deal with it, work your way around it, when, you know, all that is pretty much just a cop-out to say that he has no problem in participating in the same system that's screwing everybody else over as long as he's not the one being screwed over. Something to think about. Now there are, in my opinion, two ways this ends for Sneako, because let's just be real with ourselves for a second here. There's gonna be an end eventually. One of those ways I see is that he's gonna say something so unbelievably bad he gets banned. And while I'm not advocating for him to get banned, I can't sit here and pretend to be naive. Sneako is a controversial figure. If he says something that would put a dark stain on YouTube, Twitch, or wherever, they'd probably tank him. And also, let's remember, he's said borderline shit that has gotten him close to crossing the line, but he hasn't crossed it yet. And if Andrew Tate's recent ban from Instagram and Facebook have shown us anything, it's that if you cross the line and make these sites look bad, they'll probably end up making you disappear. You know, you're probably gonna end up getting banned. Or option two, which I think is happening right now as we speak, is that he'll do what Tate is doing currently and start to try to get more money out of his audience. I mean, he already has this $250 course he's offering, which, side note, if you're paying any person $250 for this dog shit, then you need to get your money privileges taken away. But as I was saying before, once Sneako starts to see how big his bank account is getting from all you male simps.
Problem is that the energy that you're putting out in the world is the male equivalent of an OnlyFans star. You're the male equivalent of a Kim Kardashian. The way that you're selling young men to go after happiness, you're just as much a cog in the capitalist system.
Okay, chat, then listen to this. If you want to improve yourself, if you want to start your own business online, if you want to be independent, you're a male Kim Kardashian. Sure, that doesn't really affect my message or what people think. Sure. Okay, we're the male Kim Kardashian.
Because that's what you are if you buy this course. he'll start to do more shit that will get money out of you until you get sick of him. And when that happens, most likely it'll be too late, as a lot of his audience will already have left, or he'll probably just stop uploading altogether because he won't have to anymore. Now, I don't foresee this happening soon, but it will happen eventually. And when it does, I'll be here, ready to say I told you so.